And here we go. It's Friday night. It's Gross 83. It's Brockwood Stock. It's whoever you call me. You can even call me by my shoot name if you want to, but I'd rather you didn't because I like to keep a level of anonymity. Tonight is going to be a very special review that I am absolutely ecstatic about. If you know me, you understand how exciting this one is to me. So hopefully you can get a few more subscriptions out of this. It's free to subscribe. It's not a Patreon, but it's just a regular YouTube subscription, and you will get notified when I drop new videos, such as the one I'm recording as we speak. And I am very over the moon about this. Now, last week, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I did an Evan Williams 1783. And I thought that was a good bourbon, but I wasn't quite there with learning the best ways to get those flavors to come out. So I think I said it tasted like pear. That was a bit off. I probably won't do a redo of the 1783, but I can definitely say that it does not taste like pear. So I will tell you what it tastes like because I just tasted some tonight. What I actually got from the 1783 tonight, and this was with the help of just a few drops of warm water, just a few drops, really got that flavor to pop out. So the 1783 had really, really strong caramel notes. It had a nice oakiness and maybe just a hint of vanilla. So basically your classic bourbon flavor. So that one is that one was really good for the price point. So if you like those classic bourbon flavors, and it felt like it was a little bit of a thicker whiskey. I could tell that it had a nice thickness to it, which was very pleasant, which means it wasn't watered down at all. But we are not doing the 1783 tonight. Tonight is my first ever whiskey under the label bottled in bond. And here we have it tonight. This is the Evan Williams bottled in bond. Let me see. I'm going to read the label here. Got to take my glasses off. Bottled in bond status is earned only by meeting strict government standards, originally passed in 1897 to ensure quality and consistency in accordance with these standards. To me, it's almost along the lines of the German beer purity law of the year 1516, for those that are familiar with that. If not, I would recommend looking that up. This bourbon is 100 proof, so this is a decently strong one. Aged at least 4 years and produced at a single distillery within a single distillation season, which I believe the seasons go from January to June and then July to December. So this is going to be quality stuff. And the price point was quite excellent. This was about, I think I got it at the Jewel. Now, of course, the Jewel in Woodstock, I would be remiss if I did not mention Mr. Dante Johnson. He is the one responsible for the Jewel having this special whiskey fully stocked on the shelf. So another shout out to my man Dante Johnson, who is an excellent salesman. I wasn't gonna I always go to the liquor section, but most of the time I'm just perusing it. But he had a nice beer, and he said, "Well, have you tried this one?" And I said, "No," and then I put it in my wagon before I knew it. So I'm going to try that one, or maybe review that particular beer sometime in the very near future. But now let's get into this whiskey. But it's a screw top, which, some people get kind of snobby about, but I can tell you this one got decent reviews up and down the line. And I'm talking about the Whiskey Tribe. Okay, they know what they're talking about. Like, the one guy is a class 3 sommelier, so he knows what he's talking about. And they gave this one really high marks. So I'm very excited about this one. But not only do we have the whiskey, as you can see here, but we also have a water dropper. You can see here. You can just a few, maybe 8 to 10 drops, maybe 6 to 8 drops, because you don't want the water to take over the whiskey. You want it to react to the whiskey, the water to the whiskey, and then it'll really help those flavors come out. So I am still learning, and this might even be too heavy of a pour. Now that's actually a heavy pour. That was kind of a heavier pour. You can't see it. But that was a little bit of a heavier pour than I would have liked, but not too bad. You're not trying to get drunk. So let's swish it around a little. We're going to put the water in here. Just a little water. Now, see, just a few drops. What was that, 8 or 10 drops? You don't need more than that. It's like when people get their coffee and they like 12 creams, 15 sugars, 800 bloody blah, blah, blahs. That's not coffee at that point. Now, if you get coffee, maybe 1 or 2 sugars, or maybe one creamer, 1 oat milk. I like just a dash of oat milk, as the people at the bookstore in town know me. I'm swirling it, because as you know, I'm still learning. Now, see, that's hard for me to get the stuff. Angel. Hi, you. Yeah. It's really still hard for me to get to. I must not have a great smeller. Angel, come on. Let's just go for a taste. Hi, you're on the video, Angel. Now, when you taste it, you gotta really let it sit in your mouth. Maybe swish it around. Don't be like a slob about it. But the smell is hard for me to decipher. So I'm gonna go right into the taste. Oh God! Don't sit on that. Ow, Angel. Right off the bat, I am getting some real oakiness. That hits me right away. There is a hint of caramel, which is to be expected from bourbon. But I'm getting something else. I'm getting a sweetness. I'm like, I can't explain it, but it's a real sweetness that, really good. I have to say the other reviewer, or maybe I don't know what whiskey, if that was this whiskey or not. I think it was a different whiskey, and maybe I'm thinking about it, but it could be psychological, but it was almost like a toasted marshmallow s'more type of vibe going on with this stuff. And that could be me thinking about the other whiskey reviewer, but hopefully it's not, because I'm liking that. Oh my God. That oakiness, though, that really hits you right away. It's almost a cherry? Chocolate-covered cherry? It's almost like a dark chocolate. Oh my God. I'm not kidding. No, maybe marshmallow wasn't the vibe I was going for, because you have to take a few sips to really, really get the vibe of the whiskey. I'm getting like the dark chocolate covered cherries. That is what I'm getting from this. So you start off with the oak, and maybe in the middle of the sip you're gonna get that caramel, but I'm getting dark chocolate covered cherries. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Oh, this is quality stuff. This this is so good. And then we're talking about $20 a bottle. And this is, with just the touch of water, it really helps. But oh my God, this is good. Oh man. For the price point, for the flavor profile, literally for everything, this is a 5-star whiskey. Very strongly recommend going out and getting this one. And you can drink it neat. You can drink it semi-neat, which was I had with the ice cube, the water dropper, or you can have just on the rocks, because it's not at that price point where if somebody wants to make a whiskey and Coke with it, you like keel over, because it's like a $90 or $100 bottle of whiskey, and it's supposed to be enjoyed with sophistication. This is the one that everybody should have in their cabinet. This is an all-purpose whiskey, and I don't drink whiskey every day, so I'm not going to say it's an everyday drinker, but I guarantee that this one will be a regular in my so-called liquor cabinet. I don't actually have one. It's my closet, but it is what it is. This one will be a regular. So, 5 stars on the Evan Williams 100. Well, they're all bottled and bond is 100 proof, but the Evan Williams bottled and bond, absolutely excellent. I'm going to have a couple more sips, but for now I'm going to shut this down. I wanted to thank everybody for watching, and before I go, Okay, anyways, before I go, well, I was going to try to flip the camera around, but I'm not sure how to do that while the video is playing. But while I'm reviewing this whiskey, I'm actually watching another YouTube whiskey channel because I want to learn from people, so I'm watching the various bourbon and review channels so I can learn from those who came before me. It's simple logic. Anyways, thank you everybody, and I hope everybody has an excellent weekend. And if you're out and about, I would suggest picking a bottle of this up for $20. You can't beat it. So hopefully you like this and want to like and subscribe. And that is all. Have a great night and a great weekend. This is Gross 83 or Brock Woodstock signing off with another whiskey review. Thank you very much, everybody.